welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine and welcome to my channel. Today's video, I will be doing a video on how to do a double toe in figure skating, and this video was requested by a couple of you guys, and I already have a couple of videos on my single axel and double soccer if you want to go check those out. But today we're going to be learning how to do a double toe, so without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started with our double toe, some of the required elements that you're going to need include a single axle and a single toe loop, but obviously you want to have all of your other singles and doubles, or axle and double style, before you start working on double toe. And this video is hopefully just going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get your double toe, landing it first time, or just improving it if you already have your double toe and you want to get a little bit better. So now let's get started. So when we're doing our double toe, we're going to come over to the wall and we're going to go over the takeoff first. So when we're doing our double toe, we want to have the same exact takeoff that we do for our single toe loop. And this could either be a 3-turn step back, or you could do back through mohawk step back. Whatever you do for your single toe loop, you want to keep it the same for your double toe so that you know that you're already comfortable with it. So personally, I do 3-turn step into my single toe and double toe and my triple toe. So I'm just going to show you guys that in this video, but you can adapt this to whatever takeoff you do. So basically we're going to start over here at the wall, and for every single toe takeoff you already have this push back that you're going to do. So once you have the push back, you want to make sure that you reach, and you're going to try and pick mainly behind yourself. You don't want to pick around in a circle like this, because then you're going to be off axis and it's going to unbalance you into the air and you're not going to be able to rotate your toe as easily. So when you do your step, you're going to try and push and tap right behind you. This foot that's in front of us, we're going to slide it through, and we're going to pick and just kick it through. And you want to make it nice and big, and you want to make sure that your toe is like facing up just like this, because that's what's going to make sure that we get our height on our double toe like this. And we're just going to work on this movement, and we want to make sure that we're really doing a nice slide, and we want to make sure that it's not just a pick up and then like this. So you want to take your foot, slide it all the way through just like this, and that's basically what you're going to be doing with your feet when you first take off in the air on your double toe. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to come off of the wall and we're going to find ourselves a line. So on the line, what we're going to be doing is we're going to get into that same position that we were just in when we were on the boards. So we're going to have one foot in front of us, almost like a landing position. So this is right where we pick. And again, you want to make sure that your foot is right behind you. You don't want it out to the side like this or too far around like this, because then you're going to spin around in a circle and that's not going to work. So you want to make sure that it's nice and even straight behind you like this. And then you're also going to have your arms in kind of like an L position. So I have my right foot in front of me and I'm going to have my left arm in front. So it's opposite leg, opposite arm. So basically just like this, we're in this position. What we're going to do is we're going to slide through, single toe loop, and we're going to land in this loop position. So something similar to this, and we're going to be like in this nice open position. What we're going to do from there is we're going to do this. We're going to slide, jump, and then we're going to pull into a back scratch. And this is just getting us used to completing the more extra rotation, and we don't want to open up. So you don't want to go here, jump, open, and then into your back scratch. You want to make sure that you land in a nice solid, almost like eagle position is what they call it. So we're going to go here again, pick, here, spit, and we're going to do a nice check out. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to do single toe, single loop, back scratch. So we're just basically going to add on to it. So we're going to start off the same way from standstill in this nice takeoff position, and then we're going to kick through, single toe, single loop, pull into your back scratch, and then nice check out. So we're going to do that again. We're going to be right here, single toe, single loop, back scratch. Doing is we're going to do our takeoff into it. So we're going to not start completely from standstill. We're going to do our entry steps into it, and we're going to do single toe loop, back scratch. So we're going to start over here near the wall somewhere, find yourself a line, and we're going to push, take off, single toe, single loop, back scratch. And on this single toe, you want to make sure that you're really sliding your foot across. So you're going to go here, slide across like that. You want to make sure that you're not just like turning forwards like this into a waltz jump, because that is going to make it really, really hard when you're learning to do a double, and it's going to make it not an actual double. It's kind of going to be cheated if you think about it that way. So we want to make sure that we're really focusing on sliding that foot through all the way when we're doing our toe loops, and also when we start working on the double. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a toe bell jump. So what we're going to do is it's basically a single toe loop but over rotated half a rotation. So we're going to be going here, we rotate, 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 and then we land forwards on 2 feet. So we're going to go here, we're going to do our takeoff and land forwards on 2 feet. So we're going to do that again. And again, make sure that you're still bringing your foot in front, because that's one of the most common mistakes I've seen people do when they're learning their double toe or single toe, is they remember not to like slide their foot across as they go here, and then they turn forwards into their jump, which makes it basically wrong. So that's how I'm really working on that with you guys. You want to make sure that that's one of the major things that you remember on your toe loop, and that's what's going to make it like easier and better, and it's just going to be way more fluid. So we're going to go here and land forward on 2 feet evenly, just like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try and go for a double and try to rotate it but land on 2 feet. So basically it's just going to be exactly what we were doing before, but we're going to add an extra half rotation, and we're just going to try and get it rotated. If you can't rotate it fully, like clean the first time, that's okay, and you just basically have to keep working on it, because not everything is going to be like fully rotated your very first time trying it. So you just want to make sure that you don't give up, you keep working on it, and eventually it will get better. But what we're going to try and do for right now is we're going to do our takeoff, and we're going to try and rotate it the full double and land on 2 feet. So we're going to go like this, and we're going to push out into a nice landing position. So that may seem a little bit harder, but we're just basically on this exercise, we're just trying to get it fully rotated. And if you can't get it rotated, that's okay, just keep working on it. But we're just going to try and do that until we get comfortable with that feeling. And then once we're able to like stabilize and we're able to land consistently on the 2 feet, then we're going to try and go for 1 feet. Going to do is we're just going to try and go for the double. And again, it's okay if you don't land it the first time, because it does take a lot of work, especially doubles. Doubles are a lot harder to learn than singles. So basically you just have to make sure that you don't lose your motivation, keep working on it, and eventually one day it will click. And I know I say this with my axle video, my sound video, every single double video I have done so far, but it's really the trick with skating is to make sure that you don't get frustrated with yourself, and just make sure that you just keep working on it even if it's not working, because eventually it will get better and it will work. Trust me, I went through all these processes myself, and I know that it takes a long time to get new jumps. So we're just going to try and go for the double, and we're going to try and land on 1 foot. So even if you are landing on 2 feet perfectly fine, when you move onto the 1 foot, it's really about learning how to balance. So you still might be falling a little bit at first when you start learning how to land on 1 foot, but that's just a part of the process. Again, you just have to keep working on it until you're able to do it. So we're going to go, push, and land. So once we are able to do our double toe, that's great if you're able to land it, but again, if you can't, just keep working on it, and trust me, it is a long process, but you guys got this. I believe in every single one of you guys, so if you're working on your double toe, you guys can do it, and I know you will get it. So what we're going to do now is once we're able to land our double toes, we're slowly going to start doing some more speed into it. So we're going to do like a couple of crossovers. You can do whatever entry you want into it, but I recommend starting off with a couple of crossovers, nice and simple, just to make sure that you don't like overwhelm yourself at first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go around. I'm just going to get some speed. We're going to do a couple of crossovers, and then we're just going to go and go for the double toe. And it's okay if you can't land it at first with speed, because speed makes everything so much bigger. Speed makes everything longer, higher, and it just overall changes the entire jump. So again, it's basically like you're relearning it. Well, even though you can already do it from standstill, like here, from like almost no speed, once you start to add speed, it's going to change the jump, and you're still going to have to relearn how to do it with speed. But already having it from the standstill is just going to make it a little bit easier for you to do when you want to go and get speed into it. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed and that this video helped you guys with your double toe. Hopefully you guys are able to land a double toe if you are trying to get a new double toe, or this video just helped you guys get some tips and tricks to improve your double toe if you already had yours. But if you guys have any other requests for videos you want me to do tutorials on, leave those down below in the comments and I would love to do them for you guys. But I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye!